topic is about this concept in system Verilog. Why we are using this pointer in system Verilog? Okay, so before going to example in this pointer, let me explain you about the constructor. Okay. So why we are using constructor in class concept or in OOPS concept? It is used to assign or to allocate memory to the object and to initialize the class properties to its default values. Let's take an example. Class, my class. So here I'm declaring two properties. One is int a, another is logic b. Okay. Then end class. So here this a and b, these two are, I can say, class properties. Okay. Module example. So here I am creating. So see, here I have declared the class. Till now, okay, if I'm talking about the memory, int a, it will be taking 32 bit and logic, it will be taking 1 bit. So total I can say 33 bits are required. But till now, no memory is allocated to this class. So whenever I'm creating or declaring an object for this class, my class object1, till now also no memory is allocated. Here if you want to access the class properties, let you are writing object1 dot a equal to 10. That means you are allocating some values to this, you are assigning some values to this a. Okay, here it will give you fatal error. Why? Because you have not assigned or you have not allocated any memory. So before using this, you have to allocate memory. So initial object1 equal to new. So here what will happen? This 33-bit memory is allocated to object1 and the values a will be initialized to 0, b will be initialized to x. Their default values. Okay, logic default value is x, for it default value is 0. Okay, so now so this new, it is known as the constructor. This new, it is known as constructor. So this constructor, it is implicit constructor. That means I am not declaring any constructor. By default, it is calling this implicit constructor. Now you want to initialize this a and b to some particular values, not its default values. So for that, you have to write the explicit constructor. Okay, so here I can add function new. Then this a equal to 10, b equal to 1, then end. So now here what will happen? Whenever you are calling this new function, it will be calling this explicit function or explicit constructor. So here your a value will be equal to 10 and b value will be equal to 1 because you have declared like that only. Now you want to pass some argument to the constructor. You don't want that this value should be fixed. You want to pass some argument to the constructor. So here you can add some argument. Okay, so int let's some a1, then logic b1. Okay, so a1, sorry, this a value will be equal to a1 and b value will be equal to b1. So here whatever the values you will be passing, let you are passing 10, 0. So what will happen? A value will be 10 and b value will be 0. So here you have that flexibility, you can assign any values to here. Okay, so it will be, there will be no issue. So here comes the concept of the this pointer. Okay, so let me just copy paste this example and run it in India Playground. So I want to display these values. First displaying the value of b, then displaying the value of a. So object1 dot b comma object1 dot a. Okay, so now you can see this b value is 0 and a value equal to 10. Okay, let me delete this line. Okay, so here what is happening, this a1 I am passing this value 10, so a1 value becomes 10. Now a equal to a1, so this a value becomes 10. Okay, so now here you can see, here I have given the variable name ab and here I have given the variable name a1 b1. So there are so many class properties, so each and every time you are giving a different variable name, it will be so confusing. Okay, how many variable name you have to think like this giving. So it's better whatever the class variable name you are using, same variable name you can use here. Like I can write int a logic b. Okay, there are 10 different variables. So I don't have to think 10 different variable names to provide here. So now here what will happen? I have to write here a equal to a, b equal to b. So here the problem arises. Now let me run this one and see what is the output. Now you can see it is just displaying their default values. It is not displaying the values that I am passing. It is displaying their default values. So why it is happening? Here the compiler is getting confused. Compiler gets confused that which a belongs to function argument and which a belongs to class properties. Confused. Which a belongs to function argument and which a belongs to class properties. It is not able to decide that one, so it is just assigning the default values. Now you want to make note to compiler that this a belongs to my class properties and this a belongs to my function argument. So there you have to add this keyword. So this keyword means it belongs to the class variable or class properties. So now it will be giving the correct output. Okay, so b value becomes 0, a value becomes 10. So why we are using this keyword? So here without this keyword, so this keyword is used to indicate the class properties. properties, or you can say current object. Okay, so why we are using this keyword? Whenever this function argument and my class properties has the same name we are using here, then it will get, compiler will get confused. So to avoid that one, we are using this quantity.